Welcome to our November mindfulness moment. Our idea that we're thinking about this month is caring for yourself while caring for others. Many of us take care of a loved one, and sometimes we lose ourselves in that process. So today we're going to talk a little bit about that. So as we settle into our mindful meditation, try and gather yourself together, coming center to your seat, or maybe you're sitting on a couch. I'm sitting on a chair, wherever you feel comfortable for this practice. So when people hear the term mindfulness or meditation, oftentimes a little bit of panic sets in. I can't meditate. I don't know how to do that. Or my mind is squirrely. It always wanders off somewhere. And I can't settle. That's all part of the process. It's not that it's wrong. It's just part of the process. It's you observing these things about yourself. It's noticing it and bringing yourself back to center. It's not judging yourself. It's not being annoyed at yourself. That's the way we're designed. Our brains are designed to be busy. Sometimes we can settle a little more easily than other times. And it often helps us to move a little before we settle into a mindful moment or a meditation. So let's take a moment and do that. Let's do a few movements, and we'll begin by just rolling our shoulders back. So bring them up by your ears and then roll them back behind you. So just a few times here, just to get your body moving. And then we'll reverse the direction. So bring your shoulders back and then bring them up and around and forward. Just feeling a little bit of massaging actually going on in your shoulders. And this is available to you whenever you need it. One more time, rolling back. Some gentle head turns, looking in one direction, coming back to center, looking in the other direction. Maybe you linger somewhere if you feel like you need it a little bit longer, one spot than another. Maybe you slept funny last night and you've got a little bit of a kink in your neck. So just notice these things, no judgment. Let's take a moment and stretch our arms overhead, reaching toward the ceiling, reaching toward that apple, those grapes at the top of a tree. Just a couple of those reaching, stretching, hands, palms together. Bring your arms out in front, stretch them out, and then bring them back. Gather yourself back together. Maybe twist to one side, gently here. And one more time to the other side. And then come on back to center. See if you can find yourself settled in a little bit more easily. These movements are always available to you when you feel squirrely, when you feel tension in your neck, when you just need a moment. Now notice your breath. Is it shallow? Is your breath deep? Maybe your nose is a little stuffed. Maybe you have allergies or a cold. Just observe it. Try not to judge the quality of your breath. Just notice it. And excuse me. And let's take a deep inhale through your nose. And a long exhale through your mouth. One more inhale through your nose. And this time exhale through your nose. As you exhale, notice if your shoulders fall, dropping away from your ears. Maybe your shoulder blades roll down your back a little bit. Now maybe you feel more settled and ready for some mindfulness. Trying to find that long spine. just sitting with yourself as you focus on your breath. I invite you to close your eyes if you're comfortable with that. If not, just maybe softly gaze at something off the floor in front of you, maybe 3 or 4 feet, trying not to bring too much attention to what your eyes are settled on. So, either way, find some peace and quiet. In this month, we honor those who care for others in their family, but also for anyone who cares for someone else, maybe not a family member. This selfless act is such a tremendous gift to others. Caregivers really pour out their hearts and their souls in this act of giving, of caring, rather, caring for those who they love, those who are near and dear to them. In that process, however, sometimes the caregivers themselves get a little bit lost and they don't care for themselves. There's too much to do. Maybe you're caring for children and a parent or a grandparent. Maybe you're caring for a husband, and all of that takes up a lot of time, and you get a little lost in that process. Let's take a moment here and just breathe. Noticing your breath. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose. So, balancing caregiving and self love is definitely a challenge. And yet, it's such a critical part of this act of caring for others. So, today's meditation is one way. This is like a great example of one way that caregivers can take care of themselves. Maybe you sit quietly for 5 minutes. Maybe that feels too long. Maybe 3 minutes. Move to 5 minutes. Move to 10 minutes. Taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's essential. It's such a critical part of giving you the strength and the ability to care for others as in the best way that you can. Pausing again here to notice your breath. Maybe you close your eyes. Your kindness must extend to yourself, giving yourself grace, knowing that you're doing the best that you can under the circumstances, which can often be very challenging. Turn that kindness inward. I'd like to take a moment, excuse me, and read a poem. It's called Mercy. Where are my glasses? Hold on. Where are my glasses? Can't find my glasses. Oh, here they are, right in my lap, right where they're supposed to be. So this poem is called Mercy, and it's written by Rudy Francisco. She asks me to kill the spider. Instead, I get the most peaceful weapons I can find. I take a napkin and a cup. I catch the spider, put it outside, and allow it to walk away. If I am ever caught in the wrong place at the wrong time, just being alive and not bothering anyone, I hope I am granted with the same kind of mercy. So, this mercy given to this spider is the same mercy you should give yourself as you caretake whoever it is that you hold dear, finding that mercy for yourself. As we close out our mindfulness meditation today, consider what we've talked about and meditated on. Consider the gift you're giving from your heart and your soul, and consider turning that same gift inward as you need to, towards yourself, just for a little while to refresh, restore, and reset. Find your breath. You've got this.